Hi, Bev. Thank you for joining us today. As you know, we're embarking on a global leadership series where we interview CEOs and key executives on sustainability and responsible leadership. For the people watching this who don't know Bev Postma, very accomplished policy and sustainability leader, great experience globally, and currently leading Grow Asia, a multi-stakeholder platform established by World Economic Forum and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Bev, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks, Yan. It's great to be here.
So I'll ask you two questions and maybe a follow-up. So the first one is what we ask all the leaders. What does sustainability mean to your organization?
Thanks, Yan. Well, I guess the word sustainability itself has got rather lost in this new swirl of words and jargon, which is all very exciting. And I'm feeling a really new urgency, which I find particularly encouraging. But I think most of the time we're simply talking about ensuring a healthy, lasting future for both people and planet. And as we know, that means restoring balance and fixing some of the things that have gone wrong, not just at a product or market level, but at a system-wide level. And at Grow Asia, we know that none of us can do this alone. We all play a very small part in the overall system of change. And we tend to, as humans and as companies and governments, we tend to design solutions in silos. It's how the sort of architecture of governance is designed. So for us at Grow Asia, I guess sustainability is all about collaboration for impact. As you said, Grow Asia was designed by the World Economic Forum to be a very visionary multi-stakeholder platform that is now endorsed by all 10 of the ASEAN nations in Southeast Asia. So we bring together senior decision makers in governments and companies, and we match them with the right entrepreneurs and experts who are designing great solutions for things like agri-finance, digital tools, climate positive technologies for rural enterprises, and for gender inclusion. And then we broker both regional and country level partnerships to deliver real joined up action. And we do that by using our network of country and community led partnerships. It's very much a hub and spoke model. And we make sure that any regional solutions follow very clearly mapped impact pathways to reach the hundreds and millions of small business owners and farmers in Southeast Asia that, as we know, underpin our global food system. And to be sustainable, these solutions have to outlast all of us. If we are truly to meet our goal of making these food systems more inclusive, more resilient, and more sustainable, the solutions have to be both compelling and profitable. So Grow Asia, I think, has earned its reputation not just as a regional talking shop, but as a trusted, honest broker of very focused delivery pathways based on the principle of sustainable partnership.
You bring up an interesting point, though, the long-lasting part of it. And if I take a look from a corporate world, many companies might still be perceived as greenwashing, for instance, or maybe taking a look at sustainability pure from, well, that's what the market wants, or maybe that's what employees want, maybe shorter term focus, maybe more of a financial angle to it. So I'm very interested to hear your comments on the longevity of the solutions. So that's very, very encouraging to see. So if I move to the second question on a personal level, you've made your career in this, so maybe a little bit easier for you to answer than others. But responsible leadership, as yourself, we've also moved on from just naming sustainability by itself. For us, with us in Archie's Burnson, we also feel as people think about sustainability perhaps more about nature or the trees or saving the oceans, but it's much broader than that. It's labor rights, it's education, it's equality, it's diversity. So what we call responsible leadership, what does that mean to you as an individual, as a leader?
Yeah, I guess leadership is just a constant journey of discovery, of making mistakes, learning from others. And for me, I think responsible leadership starts with intentionality. I think it's the intent to want to leave a positive impact on the world, and to recognize that none of us can do this alone. I think intentionality as one of the sort of foundations of sustainability is one of the hardest elements to measure or put metrics to. But I think we all know it when we see it. Good leadership is about putting aside our natural competitive differences and of celebrating diversity, even when it's really challenging to have different people and perspectives in the room. It can slow things down trying to find a common goal. But I think leadership is making that space, harnessing all of our individual strengths and skills, and putting in place systems that allow us to be greater than the sum of our parts, whatever sector or background we come from. As you mentioned, I don't think I've ever viewed myself as a sustainability leader. It's a fairly new concept, and I started out long before that word was in our lexicon. But I guess I've always enjoyed sitting at this nexus of government, business, and civil society, and helping to break down the natural silos and echo chambers that tend to exist when busy people are leading busy lives. And at Grow Asia, we believe that the power of this idea of pre-competitive collaboration is what's really going to change the world. And this means finding ways to acknowledge our differences and competitive differences and moving beyond them to focus on delivering some common goals. I call it the 60-40 rule. We'll rarely be able to agree on more than 60% of things if you put very diverse actors in the room. So rather than focusing on arguing over the 40% of things that we're going to struggle with, we can focus on the 60% of things that we can agree on and make real progress on. And I think that's the only way we can lead sustainable change. So intentional leadership, I think, is about being courageous and accountable. Change is difficult, and we need everyone at the table firing on all cylinders. So at Grow Asia, it's all about finding those inspiring solutions that get everyone excited and give everyone a win. And sustainability is all about people. And for me as a leader, it's about creating safe spaces to hold the most difficult conversations and allowing everyone to bring the best version of themselves and their companies and the entities that they represent to solve these big problems together.
That's amazing. Thanks so much. And I think as an organization or as an individual, you bring up partnership, which is of course one of the Sustainable Development Goals. And just you cannot do it by yourself. So you need organizations, corporate politics, civil society to all come for solutions. It's very, very inspiring. Thank you very much for your insights there. And thank you very much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thanks, Jan. Have a great day.